Hey. If I'm not mistaken, it has been over a year since I've done an actual proper update video. Probably a year and a half, I'd say, at this point. The initial plan was to do the whole DMC5 Let's Play, because I feel like I'd take long breaks and then come back with an apology saying like, oh, I'm sorry guys, I'll just do this and this and this, whatever. But I figured this time I'd actually do a playthrough on the channel to make up for the lack of content by just, making content, instead of saying I'm gonna do something, actually do something. That led to the DMC5 LP, and I did the entirety of that, recorded that in a few days, and edited that over the course of the next couple months, and that's been uploaded in its entirety, almost. I'll get to that in a minute. And I was planning on doing the update after that. I was planning on coming back, it's like, okay, so here's what happened, here's why things were the way they were. But then the world ended. And as a result, I wasn't able to record anything for that next several month span because, as I've said before, I don't like recording when other people are, at my place, unless they're recording with me. Like if I have friends over to record a video or something like that, that's different. But, I don't want to end up distracting them. I don't want them to distract me, and I don't want to have them like pause everything that they're doing just so I can record a dumb video. Like that doesn't seem fair. So here we are after all that, and pretty much the only thing I posted in the second half of the year was like reactions to Smash characters like Min Min and Sephiroth, and like the Beast Morphers openings that I did. That was a really cool video. I'm still really happy with how this came out. There's a lot of ground to cover, and I'm gonna sort it in 4 different portions or chapters or whatever you want to call them. YouTube actually does have a chapter function now, so I will put those all in the description. Timestamps will be on screen right now if you want to use those as well for the different topics I'm going to be discussing in this video. So let's go ahead and get to it. First up, the LPs. It's the bread and butter of my channel. It's the main thing I do here. To say I have not been keeping up with them is an understatement, because my God, my upload rate is like 2 a year at this point, if that even. I don't think I uploaded a single episode of Spider-Man in 2020. And that game is over 2 years old now. It's gotten to the point where not only, like, it was bad enough when I missed the 1 year anniversary and didn't upload anything then. That was bad enough. But like now, not only did they announce a follow-up game, that game is out now. They announced the Miles Morales spinoff, and that's come out. There was a 5-month span where I could have said something or done something, and yet I didn't do it. It's out now, and there's nothing I can do about that. Again, we'll cover that in a minute, but the main thing is the fact that I still have not completed Spider-Man after all this time. I recorded it in full over the course of a couple months, which already is too long. I recorded the DLCs as well shortly afterwards. I went on to 100% the game multiple times afterwards, so I'm willing to play the game. That was never the issue. The issue is I'm lazy. So I have a whole backlog of Spider-Man episodes that I just have not edited, I have not uploaded, and that needs to stop. So what I'm gonna do is at some point, and I'm not gonna give dates, because that's the worst thing I could do is give dates on this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to just edit and upload them, and they will be out when they're out. Once all the main series videos are uploaded, so like the main story stuff, when that's all said and done, those are all edited and rendered and uploaded. They will all go up at scheduled dates, all in a row, all in order, as they are. After that, I'm gonna take a little bit of a break, and then we'll start getting to work on the DLC episodes. And there's not as many of those to upload and all that stuff. So that's nice. And here's the thing. I recorded all 3 chapters of the DLC. I don't remember the names off the top of my head. But the 3rd chapter, footage is lost. Yeah, over 2 years at this point ago, 2 years ago at this point, I recorded those things, and the chapter 3 footage is gone. So I don't even have anything to show for that. So what I think I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna try and make a condensed episode, a really long episode where it's just like the cutscenes mainly, because I do have the audio from the episode, so I'll just do that. at this point, because it's like that's the main thing I should be doing, is just focusing on that stuff, making sure I have the footage and all that. Because at this point, the game's, again, over 2 years old, about to be 2.5 soon, and no one cares about my reaction anymore. It's just like everyone knows what the story is. It's not a new game anymore. It's got some years on it now, so I'll just do one larger episode, probably be like 40 minutes to cap off the whole series. I think a longer episode to cap off the whole series would be a good thing anyway. That's how that's gonna go. It's gonna take a while. Again, that's why I'm not giving dates, but they will all be released at scheduled times whenever all of them are done. So once the entire thing is done, that's when the videos will start to go up, because I've learned with DMC5, if you just do all the stuff in advance before you start uploading, it's so much better that way. And in fact, Let's Plays going forward, I will do the same thing. And I probably won't play a ton of new games on the channel as a result of that. Not saying I won't do it ever, but it'll not happen as often anymore because of how poorly I managed Spider-Man. So again, I don't know when it's gonna happen, but it will happen this year. I can promise you that much. And the reason for that is partially because, one, it shouldn't have taken me this long in the first place, and two, Miles Morales got announced and released within the time that it took me to make this update video, because I've been wanting to do this for like half a year at this point, more than half a year, and never got around to it, never did anything like that. That will be handled differently than the normal Spider-Man playthrough, because that one's not gonna be blind. I don't care anymore, okay? The game's already been out for 2 months at the time of this recording. So it's like no one cares anymore, right? Like the game's spoilers are out there. I haven't seen them, but they are out there. And a bunch of people have played the game. I wanna wait till I get my PS5, because even though there is a PS4 version, I get that, but I'd rather just wait to play it on PS5, honestly, because it is a PS5 game. It is a launch title for the system, even if it's not a PS5 exclusive, but I'm just gonna wait for that and just play the new version. And then eventually, when I get around to an LP of it, which again, no clue when that's gonna happen, but if I get around to an LP of it, I think I'm gonna do a 100% LP of that game, because that would be a ton of fun to do, a 100% playthrough of the game. So that way it's a bit different than the other stuff I've done before. It'll actually be one of my first informative LPs. Maybe not necessarily my first, but I want to do more informative LPs where I've actually played the game before, and just do ones where I'm just like playing a game I'm already familiar with. We're gonna give that a shot. I don't know when that's gonna happen, but it will definitely happen after Spider-Man, regardless of when I actually get my PS5. So, moving on from that, Devil May Cry 5 is another one that I have to talk about. So that LP I considered done for a while now, and then Capcom decided, you know what? Let's make Virgil DLC now. Not for the 1 year anniversary. Nothing like that. No. Let's do it now. A year and a half later, just because these new systems are coming out. So DMC5 Special Edition was released, and there is now Virgil DLC for the original game. I do not own Special Edition. I just got the Virgil DLC for the base game because, as nice as things like ray tracing and improved frame rates are, and load times for that matter, they're not worth getting the whole game again just for those little things. You know, at least with Persona 5 Royal, there's substantial content additions to that game. So it makes sense for that to be its own separate thing rather than DLC. But the fact that you have to buy the special edition in order to get those extra visual enhancements, that's the part I don't like. And there are other questionable distribution choices that have been made, which I'll get into some other time. I'm sure some of you already know what I'm talking about, but I do own the Virgil DLC, so that's going to be its own episode. So it's going to be episode 24, and it's just going to be covering the Virgil content. It's not going to be me playing the game necessarily and just doing the live video like normal. It's just going to be a discussion on it at that point. Just give me some time and I'll play through it eventually and beat the Virgil DLC mode and just go through that whole playthrough, and then I'll do the video on it. Again, no idea when that's going to come out, but there's no set schedule for that one either, because that's just one video, so I can just do that one whenever. So after all that's said and done, I have ideas for what I want to do for playthroughs, but I don't know exactly the order I want to do it or how I want to do it, if I'm going to do them at all, given what already happened. So everything that I didn't mention going forward, to be determined. Everything that I haven't mentioned, everything that's not Spider-Man or DMC5 or Miles Morales or anything like that, to be determined. We'll get to that eventually. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. We'll overcome that obstacle when it presents itself. In the meantime, though, here's something that would have been current. Oh man, this is a rough one. So when Smash Bros. Ultimate came out, I had a series called Smashing Around, in which I just kind of played the game and just sort of did whatever, really. The idea was to, like, when the game was new, I was gonna do like different episodes where I covered different pieces of content. So like, there was gonna be an episode where I did classic mode. There was an episode, the very first one, where I played World of Light for the first time. And there was gonna be an episode, there was an episode on Stage Builder where I played some stages that other people made, and things of that nature. But I did like, 10 episodes of that series, maybe? And also there was a video on the Joker DLC, and none of the others. I dropped the ball so hard there, and part of the thing is, right, because I thought it would be a shoo-in series. I thought that would have been the perfect series to make, because I was really hyped for Smash Ultimate. I knew I was going to play it a lot. I have played it a lot. I've put in like over 500 hours at this point. Now we've gotten to a point where I've recorded like maybe a 16th of that at all at any point. It's hard. That's an exaggeration. There's just so little I've actually done video-wise for that game. And the whole idea was like, yeah, I would be covering the stuff when it was new. But now it's not. The game is over 2 years old at this point. There's so much stuff that happened. There's so many things that happened with the game. So many updates, all this stuff. And again, just like age and time passing, it's not new anymore. So therefore, since it's not new anymore, it's like, again, no one cares. It's like me not being on top of this sort of thing. Now no one cares anymore. So yeah, I've never said it officially, but in case it wasn't obvious at this point, Smashing Around is canceled. The series is canceled. I can't do it. I just can't bring myself to. Now, that's not to say I won't make Smash Ultimate videos ever again. That's not true. In fact, there is something I want to try with the game. That's all I'm going to say for now. It's just there's a series I want to try for the game separate to that, kind of as a fun little side thing with my my new buddies here. We'll get to that in a minute, but we'll see how things go. We'll see how things go in the near future for that series. But yes, it's canceled. I'm doing Smash Ultimate videos in the future for sure, but just not that series specifically. For the Gamers View channel, a lot of rough stuff for that one. We've been talking for like over a year at this point about like rebranding the channel, because we've been wanting to do things with it. We've been wanting to change the way content is handled for that channel. The problem is we never get together to record the stuff. We never, the opportunities never present itself. Like, we've gone multiple summers now with just not doing anything. Or maybe like one recording session, the whole thing, and that's it. And just like nothing ever gets done for the channel. And despite all that, there's a backlog. You wouldn't believe it, but there is a backlog, despite how little we've uploaded, or at least it feels like we've uploaded very little over the course of the past couple of years. But like 2019 in particular, we uploaded nothing. There was nothing uploaded to the channel. The only thing that we even had content-wise that year, the stream. It wasn't even an actual video. It was a live stream that we did for Nintendo's E3 2019 press conference. And that's it. That's all we did in 2019. So my goal for 2020 was to try and get rid of some of that backlog. And I kind of did, but not really. There were some things that were uploaded, but I still have other videos to upload. I don't know. I don't have an exact number for you. That's the plan for this year, Gamers View wise, is like what I want to do, what I think the plan should be at this point going forward is upload everything we have now, because we still have a backlog. So get that out of the way, get that edited, rendered, upload, bing, bang, boom, get that out on the channel. And once all of that's cleared out, we will rebrand and we will change the name of the channel, the logo, the banner art, all that good stuff. Video wise, we're just not gonna do Let's Plays or playthroughs anymore. We're just gonna do gaming videos, like as a general thing, instead of just saying like, oh, we're gonna do like, here's our playthrough of such and such game, and then like 5 episodes in we just drop it. Like, we're gonna stop doing that in the future. We can't commit to anything, so we're not gonna commit to anything because we're all dumb and lazy. Mostly lazy, but still. You get the idea. So there's a lot of things we want to do. We ended up having a member on the channel. If you've seen the intros, you know that in the intro we had Cake Eater 530, and he never recorded anything with us. He was never in recording sessions. He didn't do anything for the channel. So eventually he was just removed from the intro and replaced with redacted in the opening. So that's another thing we want to do is maybe we'll get a 6th member. I don't know. I don't think the channel like should go any higher than 6, because I think even 6 is a bit much. But like that's a lot of people and not enough content. Like, so it doesn't even matter how many people we have on the channel if we don't have videos with those people, or at all really. So I think what we'll do for the new channel whenever we get it going, well, okay, I say a new channel, but it's just the rebranded Gamers View, so it's just different from what we've had before. We'll do the rebranding, and eventually we'll just go for that, and we'll replace him with someone. I don't know who, but I have an idea as to who we could get, again, from my buddies. I'll get to that in a minute, but I want to see if I can get someone on the channel to replace them and just like do that sort of stuff. So we're not going to commit to playthroughs. We're just going to do videos on games in the future. So hopefully in the future things will be a bit more organized. Maybe. No, I shouldn't have said that. Now they're not going to be. So, general summary. Once everything's out right now, and pretty much what you got to look forward to at this point is we've got some videos where we played River City Girls. We've got episodes where we played Mario Party for a board. That was a bunch of nonsense. And like 1 or 2 other games I think I'm forgetting. I think there's like 5 games total throughout all the videos that we have to upload. So look forward to that. Now that all that's out of the way, now that the content side of things are out of the way, what's been going on with me for the past year? Well, aside from the usual stuff of, like the world ending and all that junk, which affected everyone, that's kind of obvious at this point. But for me specifically, you'll notice that my trappings are different. For the past few reactions that I did for Smash characters, I was in multiple different locations at any given point. I think throughout 2020, all of my reactions, like the Byleth one I recorded at my house, the Min reaction was in a hotel in Tennessee, the Steve reaction was here, and the Sephiroth reaction was somewhere else. So this area is my college dorm, because I am in college now. I've been in college for a semester now. See, this is how behind I am on things. I even did videos here. I've done multiple videos here already, including Revenger's Eternity Scuffle and things of that nature, and I still haven't updated you guys on this sort of thing. I even recorded the Steve reaction here, but yeah, I've never actually said it, but this is my college dorm. It's very bleak, it's very bland, and I like it that way. I mean, where do you think the username came from? It's not a joke, it's my life. I was here during a bit of the fall. I had a winter break, and now I'm back for the new semester. And this is gonna go for the next few months, of course. And most videos I make will probably be in here. And I've got my laptop sitting right here with the notes on it that I'm reading off of at this point. It's been pretty fun so far. I've had some rough patches here and there, but overall, pretty good experience. And I hope that this will be a good tool to use for whatever I get my degree, like eons from now. It feels like eons at this point. It's only gonna be a couple years, but once that's done, hopefully, I won't get into the stuff. I won't bore you guys with that, but this is a pretty good experience, and I'm glad I decided to do this. And in the near future, I hope it will yield excellent results. But yeah, not only that, but the area I recorded my Sephiroth reaction in, that was my basement of my new house, because in the time it's taken me to do this update again, at some point during all of that, I switched over, my parents and I, we went to a new house. We moved to an area that was closer to where the campus is, actually, for 2 reasons. One, well, I just said it, it's closer to campus, so they can get here quicker, because before it took like almost 50 minutes, and now it takes less than half an hour. So that's cool. And we wanted to move anyway. That's the second reason. We wanted to move regardless, because we've been in that old house for like over a decade at this point. So we wanted to move at some point anyway. So we figured like, this is a good excuse to do it. So not that you care, because it's not like I'm going to be able to record a ton of stuff in there, because like I said, pandemic kind of screwed a bunch of things up, and my parents were working from home for a little bit there. And it looks like it might stay that way for a while, so I don't know how I'm going to handle recordings. I might have to just do it at college because, like I said, I don't like recording when other people are here. For the college dorm, these guys don't care. I'm sure they don't care, because every now and then you'll hear sexual moaning as you're trying to go to bed. You know, I don't think anyone really cares. That's not a joke, by the way. That actually happens more than it should. Now that that's all said and done, I've finally done the update. Finally, after all this time. And it only took the world kind of only sort of stopping to not end for that to happen. That wasn't a real sentence. But yeah, now that that's all said and done, now all I have to do is actually get to work on the things I just said. Now I can get this update video off my conscience, and now I can start working on bigger and better things. So that's pretty much all I wanted to talk. Oh yeah, actually, no, there is one more thing. There's one more thing I forgot. In terms of the Everything Wrong with Power Rangers videos, I've done a few of them at this point, and as I've said before, they were for each 100 subscribers I got. There was like a 100 subscriber special. At 100 we did Clash of the Red Rangers. At 200 we did Once a Ranger. 300 was Dimensions of Danger, and we are about to approach 400. For 400 I'm gonna do Legendary Battle Extended Edition, and I'm probably gonna do it relatively soon, honestly, because of the announcement with Power Rangers leaving Netflix and all that stuff. So I probably should get on that soon. I'm not looking forward to that. I wrote like half the script over the summer last year, and like I couldn't finish it. I knew it was bad, but it's so bad. Like, it's really bad. I forgot how trash Legendary Battle was. It hurts to watch now. So 400 is gonna be Legendary Battle. 500 is gonna be Forever Red, and now I can confidently say, at 600 subscribers, I'm adding one on, because as I've said before, these videos for the 100 subscriber specials, it's supposed to be everything wrong with what I consider the abnormal Power Rangers team-ups. So basically the ones that aren't just the old team meets the new team. There are the weird ones like Clash of the Red Rangers, where it's just the RPM Red Ranger. Then there's like Once a Ranger, that's just like 5 different Rangers from 5 different seasons coming back. Dimensions of Danger was 10 different Rangers from seasons coming back. Legendary Battle's the big, colossal failure of like every Ranger except for only 8 that we could get, and they don't even get lines. Forever Red is, you know, like 10 Red Rangers coming together. And the 600 subscriber special, I probably gave it away already, but 600, we're going to be doing Everything Wrong with the Dino team up from Power Rangers Beast Morphers. Now this one's going to be a bit tricky to do because it's a whole arc of the show, and it's kind of hard to say like what episodes fall into that, because like there's 3 actual team up episodes. There's Finders Keepers, Making Bad, and Grid Connection, which are the main team up episodes. But then you have the one before all of those, which had like the villain who had like this collection of villains' weapons. And then that leads into Finders Keepers when they're trying to get those weapons. So it's like, and then there's like that episode where with Chaku, and then there's the one with Dr. K, and it's like, it's kind of a whole arc of the show, and it's kind of hard to say what's actually included in that. Again, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. We'll overcome that obstacle when it presents itself, but I'm not really sure how I want to do that one. But I got time to figure it out, so don't worry. I'll have it figured out by the time it actually happens. I think it'll be 4 episodes. It'll be the actual Dino Team Up episodes, and the one that happens before that, which the name I forgot at this point in time, but it's the one with Ryjack and his ship and then the villain's weapons and stuff like that, because that leads into it. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that one. Again, that's for 600, so it's a ways off. Now, officially, I am done with the update video. Thank you all for watching, and hopefully in the near future I can fulfill at least some of these promises. I don't know about all of them. I will not make any promises because I won't be able to keep them. So until the next time, I guess I'll see you guys for whenever here on my channel. Hopefully. Goodbye, everyone. See you next time.